Today we are going to discuss about a new topic that is religion of the Vedas. And so far from 3 days onwards we are discussing about how the religion was evolved in the society, how it was flourished at the time of Harappan civilization, or also called as Indo-Gangetic civilization or Indus Valley civilization. We discussed elaborately. But in the excavations, the artifacts were found in that till today we did not find a big temple or building. The reason behind that is they did not worship the god or goddess by constructing the temples. But the artifacts are found that the idols are Mother Goddess and Pashupati. We discussed in Harappan civilization. Today we are going to discuss about after the Harappan civilization. Okay, now the people who are used to live in the banks of the Indus, they moved to the plains. Okay, now yeah, as a part of that, that system is called as Vedic system. So at the time of Vedic system, how the religion was there, today we are going to discuss. Yes, the Vedas are nothing but which are books. Vedas are different books which were composed by the rishis, nothing but saints. The saints or rishis were composed books. In that, what will be there? In that, words will be there, hymns will be there, prayers will be there. So, what will be there? The prayers, how to pray for a god, how to pray for a particular god will be described in a book. Okay, those are called as, okay, what we call it? Vedas. How many Vedas are there? 4 Vedas are there. That is also called as Chatur Vedas, 4 Vedas. What are they? The Vedas are composed 3,500 years ago. Who composed? I just now said that the Vedas were composed by the rishis. What is there in the Vedas? In the Vedas, hymns will be there. Nothing but how to worship a god, how to pray for a god. The elaborate they discussed in the books called as Vedas. So when should these hymns should be recited? These hymns should be recited or proclaimed or said at the time of performing yajna or yaga. These are the religious rituals which were existed at the time of Vedic period. The main characteristic features of Vedic religion is they used to perform yajna or yaga in order to purify from their sins. Purify from their sins, they have to perform yajna or yaga. In those days, the kings are used to perform yajna or yaga. And so at the time of performing yajna or yaga, which are also called as rituals, at the time of performing ritual, they should recite the hymns which will be there in the Vedas. How many Vedas are there? 4 Vedas are there. They are Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda and Atharvana Veda. So these 4 Vedas consist the hymns or prayers how to worship different gods. Mostly in Rig Veda, so it is elaborately describing about how to worship the god Agni, Indra and Soma. In those Rig Vedic period, the early Vedic period, in the early Vedic civilization, in the early Vedic period, in the Rig Vedic time, the people are in the Rig Vedic society, people are used to worship the god Agni, Indra and Soma. So Agni is nothing but the god of fire. Indra is nothing but the god of warrior. So and Soma is also a drink which is prepared from a plant, which is the people used to believe that which may save from the death. Okay. So there are 3 kinds of gods: Agni, Indra and Soma. God of fire, god of warrior, and the special drink which was prepared at the time of rituals called as Soma. So at the time of performing all these, they used to recite the hymns which will be there in the Vedas. That is why most of the society was depends day to day life of the people who lived in the Vedic period entirely depends on Vedas. That is why that period is called as Vedic period. That particular period in the history of India called as Vedic period. Why, sir? Why? Because in that particular period, the life, day-to-day life of the individual who lived in that particular society entirely depended on the Vedas. That is why that period is called as Vedic period. And in that one hymn used to today we are going to discuss, that is Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Mrutyurma Amrutangamaya, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. This is written in Sanskrit, but what is the true translation from the Sanskrit to English? The true translation, which is, okay now, oh God, okay now, from ignorance to lead me to truth. Okay, from ignorance lead me to truth, and from the darkness lead me to light, from the death lead me to immortality. This is the prayer which is there in the Rig Veda. Okay, man. So what it suggesting us? So they are praying for the God, okay, man, to give knowledge, wisdom, and they are saying that they are in darkness. So please lead them. Please lead us to the light. We are in ignorance. Lead us to the truth. And we are mortal. So that is why give us immortality. Nothing but okay, no, from the death to rebirth they are asking. Okay, no. This is one kind of mantra or hymn which is there in the Vedas. And at the time of Vedic civilization, the people are used to live in small tribal communities. Those tribal communities are called as Jana. Jana is describing about the word itself, describes the people. Jana in Telugu we call. So Jana is the people. Where the people are used to live in a tribal communities called as Janas. And each Jana is led by okay, a warrior. So later on, in the due course of time, these Janas are converted into Janapadas. Janas are converted into transformed. Instead of converted, transformed into Janapadas. They become a bigger towns. And later, these Janapadas were transformed into Mahajanapadas. What we call it? Mahajanapadas, bigger. Few more bigger. The Jana is small and the Janapadas is somewhat bigger, and if it comes to the Mahajanapada, it is so bigger. So these Mahajanapadas are under the control of Rajan or King. So there are 16 Janapadas are there, not Janapadas, Mahajanapadas are there. They are called as Shodasa Mahajanapadas. What is correct? Shodasa Mahajanapadas, which are 16 in number. That is why they are called as Shodasa Mahajanapadas. Among these Rajas or Rajans are the kings. Who is Rajan or king? The ruler of the Mahajanapada is called as king or Rajan. Among these Rajans, continuously several fightings were held to occupy the patches or for the cows. Okay, so those battles and wars are described in Vedic period. And at the time of Vedic period also, okay, the society was broadly divided into 4 categories. So at the time also, we are discussing about how the religion was there at the time of Vedic period. We discussed the Vedic totally ritualistic religious practices. They have to perform yajna and yaga to purify from their sins, and Vedas should be performed. The rituals, the hymns should be pronounced at the time of performing the rituals we said. And how the society was there? The society was broadly divided into 4 categories. They are called a Chaturvarna system. Okay, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. And this is based on the caste, and the Brahmins are supposed to perform rituals. Okay, and the Kshatriyas are expected to rule the kingdom, and Vaishyas are used to do the business or to do the agriculture. Then you may ask the question, what about Sudras? Sudras are artisan groups. They should help about 3 groups. The Sudra should help to the Brahmins, Kshatriyas and Vaishyas. At the time of Vedic period, only 4 Varnas are there. But later on, 5th Varna also came to existence, which are outrooted from the Sudras called as Mahasudras, which are also called as Panchamas. So the society was divided. So now what we are facing, the discrimination in the society based on the caste, SC, ST, all these are existed, came from this Chaturvarna system only. So in those days only the roots were there. The present caste system which is there in the society, for these the roots are there in the Vedic period only. At the time of Vedic period only, where the Vedic civilization was divided the people into 4 Varnas, 4 castes. Based on that, the several castes existed, and the downtrodden or the discriminated, outcasted also. Okay, they are called as Panchamas. And how to worship. Okay, later on, at the time of Vedic period only, they used to worship their ancestors. If father or mother dies, then the people used to bury. Okay, so that is why they used to bury. They believe that after death there is a rebirth. So they believed that death, rebirth after the death. Okay, now the people used to believe that there is a rebirth after the death. That is why they used to bury the dead bodies. At the time of burying the dead bodies, they used to build a big builder called as megaliths. What we call it? Megaliths. They used to bury the dead body, and what are the materials used by that person, that particular person? The bed, his pet animals, his weapons, everything they have to keep. They used to keep in the graveyard, and they have to cover. That is what they are called as megaliths. So the megaliths are describing that the people who lived in Vedic civilization was believed in life after death. That is why they used to bury the ancestors, the dead bodies of the ancestors in megaliths. And later on, while these things are going on in the society, and at that time only, the people used to think about a question. Are you interested? What will happen after the death? It is a big question for everyone. It is a big question for everyone. What will happen after the death? So there is a famous story which is Nachiketa story. So Nachiketa is a small boy. He wants to know what happens after the death. So to whom this question has been posed? According to the Vedas, the god of the death is Yama. So that is why it is appropriate to ask this question to the Yama. That is why Nachiketa went to Yama and asked the question to the Yama. So the Raja or Yamaraja, what will happen after the death? He asked the question. Then Yama don't want to give a reply for the Nachiketa. That is why Yama used to present silver, gold to the Nachiketa. So if you start asking this question to me, then I will present gold and silver to you, he said. Then Nachiketa was not satisfied with the gold and silver which is offered with the Lord Yamadharmaraja. So he was stick to the point of what happens. Again he asked the same question. It's best to know about the truth. Okay, was did not die. So he asked again, what will happen after the death? Then the Yama was satisfied with the determination, the dedication of the Nachiketa, and he replied that simply, what is that? Do you want to know the answer? Yes. Yama replied that so the person did not satisfy their wants, or they did not kill their wants. They did not satisfy their wants, or they did not kill their wants. They did not satisfy or kill. That is why neither kill nor satisfy. Simply, neither kill their wants nor satisfy their wants. That is why a human being after death again he has to take birth. He has to take birth. So his deeds or desires are not yet fulfilled now. Again he will take the birth. Okay. When he takes the rebirth, again he desires will be there. So he is unable to kill his desires. Again he is not in a situation to fulfill his desires. Again death. Again, so like that the cycle of birth and death. So the cycle of birth and death. Cycle of birth and death takes place. Who replied this? Yama. Who is Yama? The king of death. To whom he replied? To the Nachiketa. This is the story of Rangana. At the same time, few people are in search of truth called as Parivrajakas. What we call them? Parivrajakas. Parivrajakas are nothing but mendicants. Mendicants are nothing but who used to beg. Okay, who used to beg by roaming one village to another village, from one forest to another forest. So they used to roam, they used to move, they used to wander. What is the need to wander? They are in search of truth. They are in search of truth after the death, which is not perishable. So our body will be perishable within 1 hour, within 24 hours, but which is not perishable. The perishable thing is Atma or Brahma. Atma or Brahma. So Atma will never die. It will take again rebirth. So which is perishable? Our body, which is consist of blood and flesh, will perish someday, but which is not perishable is Atma. Who found this? The rishis and the saints. How? By Parivrajakas. Who are Parivrajakas? They are the wanderers, are mendicants. Mendicants in the sense who used to take alms, beg. Okay. So why they used to move from one place to another place in search of truth? So among these Parivrajakas, the main important one is Gautama Buddha and Vardhamana Mahavira. What Vardhamana Mahavira did? Vardhamana Mahavira left his family and at the age of 30 years, okay, and he went to the forest and take the penance nearly 12 years. After that he enlightened, so he came to know what is truth, and he started teaching his disciples. Okay, so this is called as Vardhamana Mahavira. Okay, with Jainism. What we call it? Jainism is the teachings of Vardhamana Mahavira. And one more also there, Gautama Buddha. Who is this Gautama Buddha? Gautama Buddha is also Vairagya. Okay, he also left, though he is a king, he left his family and he abandoned his kingdom. He went to forest and took penance. After enlightenment, he also used to teach the people, okay, in eightfold path. What do you call it? Eightfold path. Eightfold path, which is also called as Ashtanga Marga. Which is also called as Ashtanga Marga. Which is also called as Great Middle Path. So he said that the main reason for the sorrows of the people is desires. The main reason for the sorrows, the people who are living in the society, is desire. So how can we control the desires? So we can't. We can control. Now how can we control? By living a purified life, we can control the desires. Once a person control the desires, he can attain the moksha or salvation. You may ask the question, what is moksha or salvation, sir? So breaking the chain of birth and death is called as salvation or moksha. So just now I said that a person after death, again he will take the rebirth. Again death, rebirth. Okay, birth and death, it is a cyclic way. How can we stop? How can we cut the chain? By combining our soul with the God soul. How can we combine our soul with the God soul? By knowing about the God, we can combine our soul with the God soul. Okay, the Brahman should be combined with the Brahmanda, with the soul of God. Then it is, we will attain the moksha. This is about religion in the society at early times. Religion was gradually evolved from praying the natural elements or nature. From there, they used to worship Pashupati or Ammadali. From there, the different kind of plants, neem, peepal, ravi, jambi, tulsi, and later on they used to perform Vedas, Vedic period, yajnas, Chaturvarna system, Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharvana Veda, and we also took a hymn, Asatoma, Sadhamaya, Tamasoma, Jyotirgamaya, Mrityurma, Amrutangamaya, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So, and also we discussed about they used to bury the dead bodies of the ancestors. They thought that there is a life after death, and we came to know by megaliths. And also we discussed about what happens after the death. We discussed about Nachiketa's story, how Nachiketa questioned the Yamadharmaraja, what is the answer of Yamadharmaraja to Nachiketa, and who are Parivarajakas, the wanderers in search of truth, and they are mendicants. They used to take the arms from the society, and Vardhamana Mahavira and Gautama Buddha. Thank you.